All Onyx inflatable life jackets are designed to be field serviceable in the event of inflation. Should your Onyx inflatable life jacket inflate, the user-friendly design ensures you can quickly and easily rearm your unit and put it back into service with its proper rearming kit. All Onyx inflatable life jackets are easily repacked after the proper installation of one of our rearming kits by following the instructions printed on the inflation chamber. Follow these instructions to rearm and repack your Onyx M-33 In-Sight inflatable life jacket following inflation. The M-33 In-Sight life jacket has a manual inflation mechanism located behind the yellow inflation chamber, a red indicator showing that service is required, an inflation chamber with an oral inflation tube that can be used to inflate the life jacket, and protective fabric cover. An M-33 In-Sight rearm kit is required to rearm the M-33 In-Sight life jacket. The rearm kit includes a new 33-gram CO2 cylinder with bayonet assembly. To begin the rearm and repack procedure, make sure your life jacket is clean, dry, and laid out flat on a clean surface. Completely deflate the yellow inflation chamber. To release the air from the inflation chamber, remove the cap from the oral inflation tube. Turn over and depress the bump on top of the cap into the valve inside the tube. This will open the valve and allow air to escape. With one hand depressing the valve in the oral tube, use your free hand to expel any remaining air from the inflation chamber. When deflating the yellow inflation chamber, do not twist or wring the chamber. The first step in the rearm procedure is to remove the discharged CO2 cylinder. To remove the discharged CO2 cylinder, turn the cylinder counterclockwise until it is free from the inflator mechanism. Notice the hole on the bottom of the CO2 cylinder. This hole indicates the cylinder has been discharged and needs to be replaced. Make sure you properly dispose of the used cylinder. Prior to installation, check the new cylinder and bayonet assembly to be sure the sensor ring is not broken, the O-ring is in place, and the cylinder has not been pierced. Do not install assembly if not in proper condition. The inflator will not allow the installation of assemblies with broken sensor rings. Next, push and hold the lever in place against the inflator mechanism. Install a new cylinder and bayonet assembly by A. Engaging the tabs on the bayonet into the housing, pushing in firmly, then B. Turning clockwise 1/8 turn to a full stop. The final step in the rearm procedure is to verify that the service indicator is green. Follow these instructions to repack your Onyx M-33 In-Sight life jacket. To repack the inflatable chamber and inflation mechanism into the protective cover, start with the oral tube side and fold the edge of the yellow inflation chamber under using the fold line. Fold the cover over using the fold line. Close the protective cover by securing the hook and loop on this side and at the bottom. Fold the other side of the inflation chamber over using the fold line. Secure the hook and loop on this side and at the bottom. Fold the top edge of the inflation chamber so it is inside the cover. Match and secure the hook and loop. To complete the repack procedure, make sure the jerk to inflate handle is readily accessible at the bottom of the life jacket. Make sure the service indicator is visible through the window. That's it! We have now successfully rearmed and repacked the Onyx M-33 In-Sight life jacket. Onyx inflatable life jackets, because the most effective life jacket is the one you will want to wear.